Hello to all the Apollo family. It's a long time that since I left Apollo, but it appears that it was only yesterday that I was there. I was part of a wonderful journey which started in '95 at Indraprastha Apollo, and I was fortunate to be part of the startup team, and again fortunate to be the anesthesiologist who gave anesthesia for the first case to be operated on 22nd January 1996. And all this came up because of the visionary dreams of the chairman, Mr. Dr. Pratap Reddy, who all the doctors across the country should be indebted to. The reason is, if the doctors are at the pedestal that they are, whether it is the infrastructure which is available, I'm putting emphasis on the infrastructure, because earlier we didn't have good infrastructure as far as the hospitals were concerned across the country. It was only confined to some of the premier institutes like Colony Institute, PGI Chandigarh, JIPMER, CMC Vellore, and some of the good medical colleges in various states. But it was only confined to these few. But when he started off the Apollo journey way back in 1983 from Chennai, then Madras, that is where dreams were made and dreams were realized, and that is where the brain drain got reversed as far as doctors are concerned. I still recollect that all of us who had joined at Apollo, at Indraprastha Apollo in December '95, there was a vast majority who were trained abroad, whether it is from UK, USA, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Myself, I did my training in New Zealand. So we came back because we saw a facility which was not only at par but was far superior to what was available in many parts of the Western world. So in other words, you had a good infrastructure to work in. You had the most important thing of a visionary who was like an elder brother, a father figure, what we may call it, to guide us and help us and to sort of encourage us to do your best. I am there to support you. So taking care was something which he did it without showing it, and it was like an invisible hand. We always knew that don't have to worry about anything. Dr. Reddy and his team is there. So that was a huge encouragement for all of us. Rather than the infrastructure, what I would like to say is that even if we look at the economy, for example, people don't realize that a hospital, the amount of people who are employed. We look at big industries, but healthcare is something which is not very sort of visible to the society, but it is one of the largest employment generators across the country. If in UK at this point of time, and it's still since the Second World War, the largest employment generator, the largest employment source is the National Health Service. If we amalgamate all the healthcare, whether it's the private and the public, I think so the Indian health sector will catch up to that. So by expanding the healthcare network, it has not only provided good services, good infrastructure, and also has given employment to numerous people. It's not only the doctors, there's a lot of chain down the line who get benefited from that. So this is something which people don't realize, but it's something which we must acknowledge and speak of. So this is where it boils down to Dr. Reddy, that it's difficult to put words into it, but acknowledging what he has done is something which only time will tell, and it will be a lasting memory for me, because if I on a personal level, if whatever I am, it is a lot of that is to go with Dr. Reddy, because after I had my 12 years of teaching experience and my training in New Zealand, he was the one who sort of, as they say, they polished the jewels. He was the one who actually polished whatever rough edges I had and made me into a thoroughbred professional. And I've had my journey, and this is where I am as the head of medical operations for Fortis Healthcare. If I can say it, and proudly say it, a lot of it is because of Dr. Reddy. Thank you. Namaskar.